All right, so now is my attempt to solve 3 Excel World Championship cases using AI. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Go. Got this pre-prepared template with code in it, and I've just got these 3 files, let's say, that I'm about to try to solve. So let's start with this one. So I got to tell it, file name, location, and just call this like that. And then I'm ready to get started. My AI solves are text-based, so I need to look for non-text elements and kind of convert them to text using some macros I have, like this, for example. This picture I'm not going to submit, so instead I need to tell it safe dial is a circle with the number 0, 0 to 9 printed clockwise, right? So now I've told it what that is. These apples are fine. Everything else should be fine. This table, it needs to know that it is a table. Oh, and I got to do this in the right sheet. I got a hidden sheet that's going to be the actual source of this, right? So, got to tell it about the safe dial. And I need to tell it about this table here since it's in the instructions area. Make that this is an animal movement lookup table, I'll call it. And let's probably just clear this out of the way since it doesn't really need to be in the instruction part. Some of this stuff, right? Like this, I've got this legend here. I'm going to turn it into a lookup table. Level 4 legend text. The likes and dislikes it's going to need. So likes, dislikes, look up. These are the song lyrics. So, let's put this in a table here. Call this song lyrics lookup. And for this, for the map, it needs both the symbols and the colors, right? So I'm going to give it the symbols, right? Level 7 map symbols. And I'm also going to give it colors, right? This it's land, that's sand, and that's water. So I can fill these in real fast. Now make it into a little map for it. So this is level 7 terrain map. And I think that's it. I think that's all the visual elements that need to be text, right? Except for the things themselves, which cover with this macro here. So now I've got a text, got everything parsed out to text, right? Instructions look good, levels look good, tables all look ready to go. All right, so this, going to send it to the AI here. So this VBA macro kicks off a Python app in the back. Got workers, these little Python threads, and they're each going to try to work on one task at a time and see how long it takes them to get the answers. While that's going, I'm running low on time, so I'm going to try a second case. All right, now got to bring my template up again. All right, let's try this qualification test next. A human would get a full hour for this one, but AI is not going to need an hour for this, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see how it can do in the time it has. So that is the directory. That is the file name. This is what I want. I spelled qualification wrong, but oh well. So now we're going to get started on the second one here. Again, I got to convert all visual information and point out all the tables for it. This is just the same information, right? So I can just give it. This is the level 2 mind map. Let's call that number, let's say. And this is the level 2 mine lookup. And of course, my banana garden for level 5. So, you know, level 5 banana garden is ready. I gotta look for other visual information. This stuff, this table it's gonna need, and I should use the hidden one since that's the real one that it's gonna use. You know, unmerge some of this, just put it together. This is the lookup table, level 1 ship lookup. All right, and, you know, clear it out of here because we don't need it twice. This area I'm using for text instructions. This I already gave it, so I'm going to clear it out of here. This stuff, it doesn't need to know what a dartboard looks like. I can just imagine that. Everybody can just imagine that. All the rules are text. This it definitely needs, right? So this is 2 different lookups for the card thing. So this is level 4 card value lookup. This is level 4 card suit lookup. You know, clear it out of here so it can read the rest as text. This stuff is explained in the text. And that's it. That's all the visual information for that one. So I can parse the levels and instructions and stuff. This all looks reasonable and we're ready to send. All right, I'm down to 21 minutes left. So now I've got this one going to town. All right, we're going to do one more and then we'll start gathering results. All right, so this I'm going to close for now. All right, so the third one is Lana goes ice skating. So I need directory and the file name. and my new one, Lana Ice. And I set it up. All right, so this one, this is a little tricky since it's a mix of colors and symbols. I'm going to put them all together like this. I'm going to put an L to mean land. And, fill that everywhere. So L is land. And then I'm going to make sure we know about it, right? So, L represents land, islands, and the land surrounding the lake. With no symbol or other symbols are the frozen lake surface. Cells with no symbol, ice or snowmen are the frozen lake surface. All right, so it's going to need to remember that. Put that in that instructions. That it doesn't need to know anything, but this it will. This it's going to have to figure out from the text. This is here. Don't forget about the land. In addition to the level 4 rules, building on the level 5 rules. She would go to a bottom or vertical. Momentum changes. There's a picture that explains this. This vertical momentum changes. So the up, down component switches, but the right, left component is the same. Maybe, I don't know if it's going to understand this or not, but we'll see. And this is there versus, left, right border. Right, left component switches, but the up, down component is the same. We'll see if the AI can understand that or not. It is not super understood in the past, but we'll see if it can figure it out this time. All right, the frozen lake I did already. Is there any other tables or visual information? That example is going to get in the way, so I got rid of it. And yeah, the rest of it is going to have to figure out on its own using the text, right? So general instructions. That no, I did not save the table for it, but the map for it, but I can do it now. Frozen lake map. All right, so now I'm going to check the table here and make sure I've got everything. Looks complete to me. We'll see if it works. All right, here you go. AI buddies. Let's go to town. All right. Halfway through the 30 minutes we said we're going to try for this. Let us see how our other guys are doing, right? So Wild About Harry was the one we started with, and it is finished with answers already. So if I pull this open and I read the answers here from the AI. We will see how it does. All right, so the answers is pulled. So um, the AI wrote Python code for each level and has pulled it all in. And if I was doing this, if I had level codes, right, I would have to take these and paste them either into a FlexiQuiz thing or paste them into a live thing. This is here's uh, the Lana Ice case. Ooh, it's having trouble with levels 5 and 7, which is usually it's when I've done it in the past, it hasn't really been able to solve 5 and 7, but I think it's hopefully going to get everything else. Hopefully it's going to get 4. If it doesn't get 4, that means I probably messed something up. All right, let's check. Let me check to make sure that they're all in first and being calculated correctly in Excel. And then after that, I will stop the timer and we'll see if the answers are right or not. All right, so the second one we did was number 1 fan afternoon, which has also been finalized. So I pull up the AI test. And I read in these answers here. And here we go, starting with this hard one here, this card game that nobody got this. No humans got this one in real life. I think actually I think that's right. I think one person got this in real life. But AI does not, I mean, we'll see if it's right, but the AI has not so far had a problem with any of these. It's given at least plausible answers for all these. And then finally, let's see where we are with Lana. We can watch it. It's starting to make solutions, but it's not finalized yet. So we can keep an eye on it as it finalizes and roots for it. All right, there we go. We got some answers to level 5 at least. All the workers gave up on level 7. And we do have an answer on level 5. I don't know, we'll see if it's right. But other than, there's at least a guess on everything except level 7. Most of these are looking relatively right. I mean, I'm using multiple workers here. Sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't, right? So like here on bonus 5, 3 of the workers have agreed the answer is 68. So maybe it's 68, maybe it's not. But the other, so we'll see if if this one's right or if the others are. All right, even though technically it is still going, I don't think it's going to get anything better, So, oh no, actually it's wrapping up now. So yeah, it only worked for 3 minutes. So all I have to do now is read from AI, pull in the finalized solutions, make sure all the Python runs, and then I'm going to stop the clock, right? So there is my Python is all run. Level 7 it gave up on, so no answers to level 7, but boom, done. Time's up. All right, so now we will check to see what scores we got. So I have the answers over here. I can open all these. All right, let's start with which one of these AI tests? Start with Lana. That's the one that it struggled, I think, the most with. So we'll see. We'll see if the answers are right or if they're just guesses. I think only one agent actually even answered level 5. So we'll see if it's right or not. So I got to go to the full Lana case and answers, and I'm going to move the answers over to my AI test. And I can close this, move all the answers over so I don't have all these windows open. All right, I'm Wild About Harry answers. Move them over to Harry AI test. Close the original. And then same thing with qualification. Cases and answers, move them over to the qualification AI test. And close that. All right, so let's check qualification here. The AI answers are way over here. So is, it's this thing equals this, and this is, obviously very hard case, not the first level. First level's doable, but then they get, other than the first level, all of these were kind of killers, right? Like this Vlooky the dwarf has to go in a snake pattern, and he's got Mercury, and he's got 100 hit points, and he's got Mercury and other stuff. Oh, let's see, is this not right? Or is it not lined up right? Answers 4191. No. Okay, the AI has blown this level completely. I'm surprised to see that. It hit it before, but it's not infallible. Let's see if we did better on some of these other ones. Here is cricket dart, so it's only a partial solution also. All right, the card game. This one's very difficult, but it was able to get the card game right. And this is a hard Lana Banana case. She has to go all around the garden, which that's a complete solution. So let's see, and these bonus answers we'll check. All right, 4 out of 5. The card one is not right, so it's probably still first place. We'll see if it's first place, but not a little disappointing on that one, I would have to say. But let's see if it can redeem itself on some of these other ones. All right, so here is the AI answers. Let's see if we can count the apples. Even though they're 2 characters in Unicode, doesn't get confused. All right, apples are correct. Safe dial is correct since I told it how to read the safe. Wizard Harry. Oh, are we out on Wizard Harry somehow? You would think it could do this one. Let's see, is this just a formatting issue? This looks like just a formatting issue, right? Because it's asking for it as like a string or something. Flexiquiz would not take off for this, so I'm not going to take off for it either. All right, so yeah, those are correct once you have the correct format. The legend, the likes and the dislikes. Oh, what happened here? All right, because I'm doing ×1. Don't need to ×1 these anymore to fix the format. Likes and dislikes, no problem. Song lyrics, also no problem. This one, right? This one's tough, right? All these characters have all these different ways that they can move, and they can go over some terrain and not others. And this was, nobody got a perfect score in this case, but sometimes people think AI will struggle with maps and with movement, but not that one. That's no problem with that with these map cases, as long as you give it the terrain and the symbols. Check the bonuses. All right, 5 out of 5. All right, so I believe this is 1250, right? Yeah, no mistakes. 1250 for the AI on this. It says 1,000 because it's not counting the bottom, but it's 1250. And you know, the AI part, I mean, it only worked for a couple minutes. And now let's see, perhaps the hardest of these all. And it didn't, I mean, it didn't even try level 7, but I don't think none of the humans on this case, as a human who did this case in Las Vegas, none of us got to level 7 either. So, so I don't, if it just has to beat humans, then I think we're good with that. So now, see how we're doing. Hopefully it doesn't mess up an easy one like level 1. All right, level 1, no problem. Level 2, also good. All right, now we get tricky. Level 3, it's got, you know, that's level 4 is when we really get into it, right? This is where the humans start to mess it up, right? Where you have every turn is going a certain speed, and then you can change your speed within the turn, and sometimes it, you know, it speeds up or slows down. And 100% on level 4. Level 5 was the one that only one of my 5 agents got a guess on, and it is not very good. So no, could not do level 5, which is interesting, right? Because level 4, if you get level 4, you really should get level 5. I wonder if there's something in the instructions that is tripping it up on level 5, because you know it does not want to do level 5. Level 6 though, hopefully, it's perfect. And level 7 did not try. These bonuses here, not trivial. So we got these. It missed out on this. Yeah, this corner touching the outside of the lake. It wasn't able to understand that one. This bonus 6 though is tricky, right? If you had this rectangle and Lana goes around crashing in order and doing all these things, right? So here, you know, here's the Python code to solve level 6, and it gets the correct answer of 68. All right, so there is 3 cases solved by AI. Superhuman results. Less than 20 minutes for all 3 of them. Thank you for watching.